I've been waiting on this one. I feel like I channeled an inner Texan there. I'm not even from Texas. It has finally come, the English dubbed version of Renaissance du Fantastique, the preview for the next patch for Punishing Gray Raven, coming to global in like less than a week now, which is super exciting. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna go take a look at this preview, but stick around to the end because we're gonna cover a few details that I don't think are gonna be mentioned in this preview. Let's go in and give it a watch.
Every miracle comes with phenomena that we can't explain with calculation.
I'm so used to watching these previews either in Chinese or with a Japanese dub, so hearing it in English is actually like kind of throwing me off a little bit, but like it's good. Great. I'm loving this so far.
Now, on to the next chapter.
Love this kaleidoscope
Riddle me
thing
this.
going on here too.
You who paint the world. What is the answer
Oh my soul.
that you
Like, I totally understand why Gray Raven Radio, I think it's Lena from Gray Raven Radio, is so hung up on Ayla Kaleido. Like, do you see this? Have you seen her other codings? Like, look at this. It's fantastic.
hold?
Looking into this relic from the Golden Age was Iris Warbler's very first mission.
Interesting.
But the way we are now,
I love that, like, pole arm.
same squad for now, doesn't mean we are to be comrades.
Why you gotta be so cold, Elisa? That's so not nice. I didn't realize she was introduced this early, by the way. Like, because she becomes playable later on. But I had no idea that she was introduced this early on in the story.
It's through actions that causes and convictions leave their mark on reality. And the same holds true for an artist's work. So, what do you think?
Oh, man.
Things might not end the way we want it to. But I'll never regret having strived for it.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you know what? That makes way more sense that she's introduced in the story because she was a boss fight. I totally forgot that she was a boss fight before she came in as a playable unit. So that makes way more sense that she's introduced in the story. Look, we're slow. We're behind on the global side, okay? Give me a break. I'm trying to track multiple things at once. Oh,
Are you still going to stick it out? Knowing that it's bound to fail.
oh. I don't know whose voice that is. I really don't recognize the English VAs very well, so I legitimately have no idea who it is talking in that portion. Renaissance du Fantastique. New Omni frame. Woo! Ayla Kaleido, there she is.
To celebrate our
Man.
reunion, I prepared a surprise for you. What is it, you ask? I'll give you one guess.
I like this frame is so good. I'm so glad because their A rank Ayla, I'm blanking on what her A rank frame is called at this point, but the physical tank version, because like she just like did not hold up very well like long term. It was kind of too bad. I had started building her, but kind of lost use for her before I really even maximized my physical team. So it's awesome that we get an Ayla frame that's like top tier, like meta for the Ice team for as far as we know into the future, being an Ice amplifier, she's probably solidified her spot for a long time to come, which is awesome. She's a great character. Next best part too, just a reminder, she's free.
Express yourself. Unleash creativity.
That's such a good animation.
Do you understand the essence of Islaism yet?
I love the like splash of like paint and then they're doing the different colors like with all of them. It's just such a great addition to it that I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh.
In these new colors.
I love that so much. Oh, and then we got a new coding coming in too. I forgot about some of the new codings. Pretty exciting.
Something like this. I always seem to receive something
Man.
more than just a present.
Absolutely love it.
Curious sound as well.
I think this coding, I love this coding way more than than Capriccio's like base Omni frame. So like this is like some of the frames that they introduce are like okay, or I think are kind of like on par with the base frame versions. Capriccio's Vox Solaris is one that for me like stands out for sure. Looks really good. Love the Oni mask on there. Oh, Luna Laurel's new coating. Oh man, new coatings that I'll never get because I'm free to play, and coatings are kind of expensive in this game, which I mean, like, that's kind of par for the course as far as a lot of gacha games and stuff go. But have you seen her latest stuff on the CN? Make sure to drop us a like and subscribe on the channel, guys, because we're going to be covering that in a future video.
What you want, isn't it?
Looks really good though. I think it's still, it might be like, I know her other frame is like, it's more of like a bodysuit, but like from a color palette perspective, it still feels very similar being in the all white.
What do you want in return?
Oh my gosh. This is a great coating. I'm really liking a lot of the features and stuff on it, but it's not, I don't know if it's distinct enough from the base frame that makes it like, you know, super noteworthy that like you have to get it. It's not a massive contrast. Whereas what we're looking at now with Rosen's Agony Break, holy, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Absolutely love it. I still use Vera Rosen on my dark team, so take that, Capriccio. The new pet, oh, looks really good. Oh, and other things being added into this patch. The new boss looks really good. New scenery for the patch for the different story missions, combat missions. Look really good. They look really good. Man. Ooh, archaeology base. Interesting. I need some new sets for my dorm. All right, and we got some new events. Looks like we've got Palette Clash. Team up with 4 constructs to settle art disputes in Constellia. The new dormitory commissions coming in this update, which is fantastic. Babel Tower Sidereal Impression, a brand new challenge being added to Babel Tower, and Blazing Trails, where you get to play as a trailblazer. Trailblazer, where have I heard that before? You know. Looks really good. We can see some of it in action. It reminds me a little bit of like Nanami's mech, but obviously way different combat and stuff, which looks really good there. Love the thumb up. We get Leap for Vera. Let's go. Vera Havers. Let's go. Oh man, this patch. So good. As I mentioned, I wanted to cover a few things that aren't included in that preview video that I think are things that you should know. Again, courtesy of grayravens.com. A great place to check out any past, present, or future patches that are going to be coming through for details on those, as well as character builds and other great details. Shout out to Gray Ravens. So, one other thing that is being added in this patch is we are getting a new level of awakening called Superna Awaken. Attaining Superna Awaken allows you to choose the color of 3 signal orbs the character receives when entering the battle. This option is not available for Roland Flambeau due to his unique mechanics. And to attain the Superna Awakening, you need to get your character to level 80, battle power equal or greater to 6,500, have 12 hypertuned resonances corresponding to the character. Meaning you can't just put on, 6 hypertuned pieces that were hypertuned to somebody else. They have to be hypertuned to that character. And then you can unlock Superna Awaken, which is fantastic. This is really going to elevate a lot of rotations for the different meta team comps where you need to come in on your starting unit. If you need a particular colored 3 ping to trigger any particular effects, you'll be able to then choose which 3 orb ping you want to enable on that Superna Awakening. Fantastic addition. 6 new stages are going to be added to Border Pact, which is something they didn't include there. But here's where some big things come, especially for those of you who have a more limited character roster. In the new dormitory dispatch missions that are coming, this is where you're going to be able to farm shards for Ayla Kaleido, where you can get up to 50 shards total. So that's more than enough to get one version of her. Next is you can also farm weapon coding blueprints up to 10 a month. You are going to be able to get up to 120 of those tickets a year, which is huge. I think that's a great addition. But also the exchange shop, the voucher exchange shop, where currently you can get, Liv Luminance, Selena Capriccio, Rosetta Rigger, where that's available. You're also going to be able to get shards for Ayla Kaleido in that shop, Nanami Pulse, Kamui Tenebrian, Karenina Ember, and Lee Entropy. They can all be traded with those exchange vouchers. And then remember, just something to keep in mind is once you get a single copy of that character, which you can do through that shop because you don't need to have the character, that will then give you access to Pain Cage, where you can farm more shards for those characters to get them up to double S, or maybe if you're lucky, double S3 or something along those lines if you need them. One final quality of life piece here that I think is something to note: starting from this patch, all new main story stages no longer consume serum. If you came in on my new player guide for 2024 and you're one of those new players, that's going to be a great feature to allow you to just fly through the story and catch up on Punishing Gray Raven. So a great quality of life piece there. And one final thing to note is the main lobby interface has been redesigned, so you may notice some changes when that time comes too. But Renaissance du Fantastique is shaping up to be a fantastic patch, an exciting new character to be added, a free character that's so that you can continue to save for Lucia Crimson Weave. Now this patch is also slated to be running for about 37 days. This new patch, Renaissance du Fantastique. So you still have over a month to continue to save for Lucia. So make sure you're doing that. Save all the black cards you can for that event, Construct R&D, for when she comes, because she's going to be a fantastic unit. But I don't want that to overshadow Ayla Kaleido herself. She is going to be a fantastic unit. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, guys. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.